Hello, my name is Agobo and I'm the secretary.
I'm Nabil and I am the secondary film editor.
I'm Kevin. I'm the producer. Yeah.
I'm Rhea and I'm the PRO.
I'm Jawan.
I'm Bernardo. And
And I'm Mirza.
And we are
JBM Podcast.
Okay.
Alright, fellas.
This is JBM. Welcome, everybody. We did it. First things first, I'd like to introduce Cookie. What's Cookie to us?
Cookie is actually our sponsor.
Our sponsor.
Yes, because we have made a deal with Miss Schooley that Cookie will be making an appearance each podcast, and then we have to talk about a book.
Right.
And you will be talking about
I will be. I'm the literary head. I guess that makes sense. That makes sense. So there's a lot of good literature out there. There's a lot of good books. I'm a huge reader, huge bookworm. Today's honorable mention is Twilight. I don't know if you've read it, but it's a love story between a vampire and a girl, and there's a werewolf, and well, the vampire is old, but it's not that weird, and I think that a lot of us can relate to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Twilight.
And then also, as you can see, today we are in the Amazon. And each podcast we will be raising awareness for an issue. And today, it is the Amazon, because it's on fire.
Well, you didn't have to put it, yeah.
It's on fire and the world media does not care.
Yes, as students.
The lungs of the world are on fire, and we aren't doing anything.
Now, we would like to get our special guest in here. Introducing Martin G.
ISBA president.
ISBA president. Hey, man.
Hey guys.
First of all, thanks for joining us. This is great.
Yeah, thanks.
I mean, you sent him an email. Did you expect him to reply?
Honestly, it's been a big journey coming to this moment. Starting off like 5 months ago in class with Jawan, thinking of just making a podcast, sharing our ideas, and now we have ISBA president. Like, you can't
first
get any
interview.
better than
I think,
this.
yeah, that's a great first interview.
But then why did we ask him?
Well, during your speech, you had some pretty interesting points that you made. How I really liked how real and raw you were, and you weren't all going around the bush, you know, making all these promises. How you were just stick to the point. You said what you wanted to say, and you got the job done.
Yeah. You know, I want to ask you something. I'm just really curious. Did you think you would win? Like, did you think that you had a really good chance, or were you just like, I'm just gonna do it?
Well, logically, you know, looking at my situation, I had no experience. I was not as well connected as some of these people. I really didn't think I'd win, because like, you know, if you're not going to have anything going for you when you're running, then there's no real chance for you to do so.
Yeah.
But then, you know, deep down in my heart of hearts, I wanted to win, and I was a winner from like last year. I feel like the end of last year, well, the end of 10th grade actually, that's when I was like, hey, maybe I could run. And then from then on, in my own imaginations and fantasies, I was already president of ISBA. Yeah.
And you were the only person who got a standing ovation. We have to remember that.
Yeah.
The speech was crazy.
I think it's good to have a new taste in ISM.
Completely different, yeah.
Yeah, because like most of the speeches were quite the same, like each and every year. You know, they like talk about a memory in their childhood, and then like put all these promises. But we haven't really had like a reel of a speech as Martin had.
I think what you said, I don't remember the words exactly, but everyone puts like kind of this best self of themselves.
Yeah. But he
was
put
very
this negative, yeah.
But like it was a very like negative and exaggerated performance. So like that was not also like your true self either, right?
Yeah, it was a bit more character than I would want it to be.
Right.
I mean, you can't really go up and say everything you are on top of on the stage, because like you need to show people like what they want to see. You need to be entertaining. You need to be a lot of things that most people aren't everything of. Yeah.
As a senior, doing IB, right? Am I right?
Yes.
How would you say your time management skills are between balancing your ISPA presidency and the IB?
Well, I have to say that there's a lot of things that ISBA does throughout the year, and well, to be honest, having no experience into this field before this year, I'm actually learning a lot more from the other people that are in ISBA right now, who have more experience and who have basically more tact when managing these sorts of things. So I'm just trying to get the hang of what's going on. So I'm trying to learn from what other people are doing, and basically that means that I'm not doing much like physically as opposed to mentally. So there's not much balancing yet, but I intend to cultivate my skills in the balancing arts soon.
Yeah, I bet it's gonna get really busy for you. Is there anything else that you do apart from ISBA?
Well, various clubs, but they haven't started yet.
Right.
And was the like inspiration for your speech always the same, since like starting to think about what route you wanted to take? Because obviously, having such a different speech to the like stereotypical ISBA one was like very risky. It could have been.
It was very aggressive.
Yeah,
right?
it could have ended amazingly how it did, or it could have failed completely, and the whole audience would have been like, "Who is this dude? Why is he so negative?"
I think censorship in ISM especially is like it's there.
Yeah.
Like and that's fine.
Yeah. So like.
But like when he said, remember something about being our hate or what?
I was saying that we need to embrace our hatred.
Right,
So I was
embrace our
vote
hatred.
for hatred.
Right.
Vote for
hatred. Right.
negativity.
Yeah. So
Vote
was
for
it always
negative.
like the same idea?
Yeah, I think seeing all the election speeches in the previous years that I've been to ISM, they've always been the same formula. It was cold, it was calculated, and what I wanted to do essentially was not be elected, but to give a speech and be entertaining and actually have like a breath of life in those minutes, those hour, those 30 minutes essentially that people go up and talk, because like when I was a member of the audience, and I was looking at these people come up, I think I mentioned it before, but I didn't feel as though they were human, and they were, well, that might be too aggressive to say, but I felt like what they were saying really made me feel inadequate, and it made me feel bored as well. So I felt bad, but also bored at the same time, which is a combination of two emotions that you really don't want to have.
Well, I think despite any criticism that anyone can give, you didn't make us either sad or bored.
Yeah,
throughout the
Definitely
speech.
not bored.
And I mean, the speeches weren't bad. Like
They were
they aren't
just-
bad speeches. It's just like a continuation of the same themes every year, and it was like very refreshing just to see someone with a different opinion and like a different path. And obviously, it works.
Yeah.
So maybe Martin's speech is gonna prompt something.
I didn't know
for the
about
future.
Martin before that speech.
I mean, I did, but
No,
not really.
No.
I don't think anyone did.
but has this like changed your perception now? Like, I'm sure like the day of the speech, like everyone was going up to you and like congratulating you, because I'm pretty sure like from the minute the speech ended, everyone knew what the outcome would be. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was going to be the president or vice president.
Okay.
Mirza, could I get some water?
Yeah.
Well, while you're drinking water, I feel like I didn't really know that people were like applauding, because I was in such a rush to get to my seat that I wasn't looking at other people. I was just focused on getting to my seat and sitting down and being in my own safe spot. So I didn't realize how that would turn out, and I don't believe that people's attitudes towards me have changed either, because before that as well, I was always a kind of oddball, just doing things my own way, and I feel like winning the election hasn't really affected that, because I'm still me and I'm still doing my own things.
Yeah, but to be fair, like we haven't had many assemblies yet, right?
Yeah.
I
That's
think
definitely true.
yeah, like people haven't like maybe even forgotten about it. You know, it's been the summer. Like,
Yeah, true.
We've all had our stuff to do. So like I think that's not gonna stay the same.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine being an oddball. I mean, Jawan's an oddball.
Jawan is an oddball.
Yeah.
Different type. Hey, moving on a little bit from the ISBA stuff and going back to Cookie and the library sponsorship.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna ask you. I think Mirza emailed about. We know that you like books, right?
Yeah, so
So-
a big shout out to Miss Schooley for
Thank you,
making
Miss
this
Schooley.
possible.
Yes, thank
And she mentioned that Martin is an avid reader, and obviously Bernardo promoted Twilight, but I think you also have a book or a collection of poems you wanted to
Yeah.
share that you read
maybe
over
something
the
that
summer?
might stand up to the literary prowess of
Yes.
Twilight.
Yeah, so over the summer I read a lot of stuff, but amongst the stuff that I read, I liked, I think, a collection of poems by the poet T.S. Eliot the most. And this T.S. Eliot, of course, is a very famous poet. He has very famous poems as well to match his reputation. And I think he's affected the consciousness of the people in the Western civilization and all over the world in what he's written and what he's done. And, you know, you could probably name a couple of T.S. Eliot's quotes like off your head.
Even without
now.
really knowing who
Yeah.
T.S. Eliot is.
Like,
I bet Jawan can.
Probably not. I'm not big into books. I'm more.
You want to give us some
Or
quotes that like
Netflix.
Yeah.
Yes.
you know you want to give us some quotes that like and Joanne, you tell us if you know them or not.
okay.
All right.
April is the cruelest month. In the
Joanne.
wasteland.
No.
No. I shall wear the bottoms of my trousers rolled. From the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock.
You must know this one, Joanne.
Yeah, come on, Jawan.
I must have heard of it 'cause I wear my bottoms
in our
rolled.
civilization today.
How about Jug Jug? Well, it's a legitimate have you seen the musical Cats or heard of it?
Yes.
Yes, that's based off a collection of poems by T.S. Eliot.
I didn't know that. Really?
Cats was
Yeah.
scary when I was a kid.
Did you what?
Yeah,
you
my
watch the
grandma
musical?
had it on VHS.
Oh,
Cats?
is that
Wait,
what?
wait.
Yeah.
Can you tell us the plot of Cats?
I
Do you
don't
remember?
really remember, but I just know there was a bunch of humans dressed as cats, possibly furries. I'm not sure, but they were dressed as cats and they were dancing and singing. And one of the settings was in an alleyway, and they were doing like these crazy cool acrobats. And I just thought it was kind of scary because there was a bunch of human cats. And
Do
I
you
was
think?
like 6?
Do you think that might have anything to do with the fact that you're wearing a cat head on your head
Oh,
right now? Like the traumatic
Like a traumatic
scarring
experience?
has caused you to.
noodle cat.
I mean, after that, I found myself not liking cats as much, so maybe. But as for the cap, I just felt it was a good staple, you know? Introduce some spice to ISM's YouTube channels. That's what we hope to bring with our podcast and having wonderful guests like you on it, is to add a little flavor to all of our ISM lives.
Yeah, I think something long, like something just of like longer time span than a BTS video. Like
BTS.
BTS is a K-pop.
TV.
Yeah. Yeah, that's K-pop, buddy.
I don't know what that
I
is.
mean, yeah.
Never heard of it. Then a BTV video. Well, it allows us to go deeper into certain topics that we want.
We shouldn't be eating too much meat because these cattle farms are emitting greenhouse gases.
That's true.
Yeah.
What?
In addition to that, there is a certain level of soil compaction. This is because as machinery or heavy animals, cows, step on the soil becomes more compact, and it's harder for plants to grow.
Exactly.
And that's why we should stick to either scientifically made meat using cow stem cells
In ventral meats.
or just eating vegetable.
Or insects.
Very good point.
Very.
Insects.
I remember Miss
punch.
Bowers said something about insects like last year.
Yeah.
Shout out to Miss Bowers.
Shout out Miss Bowers.
Martin G is really.
He's,
I
he's a
think-
really knowledgeable person.
No,
who
a
just learned
fast
that
individual.
from this.
He is quick on his feet.
I'm just very happy to have him as
Yeah,
our first
honestly,
guest.
this
First
was
guest. This couldn't have gone smoother.
I
That's
think.
nice.
Yeah, I think it's just. I didn't expect that.
Yes.
Like, I think you came up with that. You were like, let's have Martin G.
Yeah, because I think when we were planning JBM podcast, like starting our own podcast last year, we were thinking like we need to start off with a banger, like an amazing first guest, and March, April, that's aircon.
It's getting too hot and cold in here.
Yeah, and that's when we thought of Martin because that was like right after the ISBA speeches, and we would have thought like, and he's the president of ISBA, which is like high school, so
So, like, getting
Yeah,
his
yeah.
opinions on things is
Are-
important.
more important. To
Obviously,
mine.
we.
He has more weight than
More-
the average student.
Yes, I
Right.
am very weighty.
Yeah, a real
Very-
meaty guy.
Yeah. I mean, look at me. I'm very big compared to certain other people.
Okay, stand up.
Yeah. Well, not like vertically. I mean horizontally.
Really?
Yeah, I mean.
Why are you checking him out like that?
I mean, he said his like specimen would be like. I mean, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I was like morbidly obese in like 4th grade.
Really?
Yeah, this is technically better than like
Yeah. Well, you're not
8 years ago.
morbidly obese.
Yeah, I'm just obese.
You're not obese.
You're not obese.
Well, the doctors might not say so. I mean, I don't know exactly my health condition, but I don't really think that I'm the spitting image of healthiness. I mean, like, I don't exercise regularly.
Well, yeah, that's part of it.
I mean,
eat a lot.
being ISBA president must be pretty
It-
busy,
it's-
You're
so.
gonna get a lot of mental exercise doing that job.
Yeah, but
Fine.
he's talking about like the physical aspect.
Yeah, Jawan, please.
Oh, you have your glasses off.
Yeah,
That's
it's getting
nice.
pretty foggy in these bad
That was
boys.
unnerving. Just
So,
a bit.
Jawan, do you think your glasses are funny?
I think they add a sense of protection to me.
Mm.
Because
Yeah.
Do you feel like this is a hostile environment?
not hostile. I would say that
Is it maybe because you look
firstly,
like
the
a clown that was colored badly by a child?
and now I'm getting bullied by Bernardo.
No,
By
not
Bernardo
bullied.
of all
By
people.
Bernardo.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
It means you're a lovely person.
Is that all you meant?
Mm.
It's time.
Welcome back from the commercial break. Big shout out to Kevin for
Kevin, can you come on
Doing whatever he's doing.
on for a little bit?
he's wearing headphones that aren't plugged
Wait,
into
which
anything.
camera is even gonna be like the
The
one?
cards.
That-
Okay,
that-
this is
that-
Kevin. He introduced himself earlier, but
Can you not stand in my way? The
yeah,
camera
can you
can
not,
see me?
Kevin?
Sorry.
Yeah.
I just like moving Kevin. Yeah, can you come here, Kevin? There we go. I just like bringing Kevin places because he moves awkwardly, and that makes me look better. Go away. That's good. That was it. He looks like Rich Brian, but a little worse.
Also, a big shout out to all the Instagram girls for posting like all the stuff about the Amazon, because I really wouldn't have
Yes.
been aware about the issue if.
Jaden Smith is the one who brought it to my attention.
To me, it was Tim Trotchell. Oh, he's not even. Yeah, right? His like modeling account. He posted
Yeah.
some. Yeah, so shout out to my German alumni who is in Manila right now. Yes. This is the rainforest, you know.
Oh yeah, we're in
right.
the rainforest.
Yeah, it's kind of humid in here. I think we should.
So what's your
Turn on the volume.
take on climate change?
I believe that climate change is real, and like
I hoped you would, but I mean like,
yeah.
what's your like wildest plan to solve it? Do you guys ever like sit at night and think of stuff like that?
No.
How really?
Yeah.
I don't. Honestly, to be completely honest, it's not something that's constantly on my mind
No.
because when I'm old, it's their problem now.
Well,
That's
Yeah.
terrible, bro.
That's-
that sucks.
But
That's disgusting.
I promise to do what I can in order to prevent it from worsening.
Like what?
Reusing reusable bags,
You're a real hero, you know that.
metal straws.
You're just
walking.
instead of
Okay.
driving. Okay, craziest plan.
So my most radical idea
Mhm.
would be voluntary self-extinction.
Wow.
Yeah, but like that's not gonna be possible, obviously.
Yeah.
So and the second best idea.
Hope we can have that.
Yeah, the
Goodbye.
second best idea would be like an absolute like monarchy, a dictatorship with someone who's really smart at charge. So like that's what basically Christians are doing. Like heaven essentially is like this huge dictatorship
Right.
with God in charge, and God is supposed
He's
to be like
all
all-knowing,
all-powerful.
all-powerful, all good, and like that's the kind of a system of government that works best in theory. But like humans aren't all-powerful; they're not all good.
Or
So,
all knowable.
Yeah. Yeah, so we have to
Knowledgeable.
have an average of humans that's like a democracy that's
So you do
yeah.
believe in the democratic state?
yeah, because we're not God.
I mean, I think it's better than a dictatorship, but I don't think it's perfect. I think we could make something better.
Yeah, I mean, if we don't make something better, we all die. So it's all okay because we can't. No one remembers it.
I mean, we're dying either way. So.
Yeah.
How long do you think
I
you
forgot
will
what we were
live?
talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Like age, actually, really.
Okay, predictions.
Like
let's go.
predictions.
Let's make some predictions. We'll
What-
watch
what
this
do you
video
think
back when
first?
we're on our
Okay.
deathbeds. All right.
When I have cancer, we're like 97 years old. Okay, I plan to peace out.
What?
I think solid 86.
86.
Yeah, modest, but
Well,
you
that's
know,
not modest.
getting
That's
up.
pretty high. What about you, Jawan?
You know.
The thing is, I don't want to be at that point where I'm just an old fart sitting around all day.
Yeah.
So
No, but how long do you think you'll live? Like,
Just give me a prediction. I
A
don't care
prediction.
about your life story.
yeah, no one cares what you think.
76.
I hope you do. 76?
76.
Okay.
102.
Oh, damn, overachiever.
No,
the
no.
two?
Look, 102.
Okay.
Because my great granddad lived to 105. I don't think it's a good thing, but I am very physically fit,
Yeah.
And
obviously.
in
Yeah.
Ecuador, he ate bugs.
Which, as we said
you're
earlier, is-
sustainable.
yeah,
You're
sustainable.
worth keeping alive.
I am worth keeping alive, and I feel like a lot of people will love me. I just don't think it will be like good quality life, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robots everywhere.
No, I mean like I won't have teeth, and I won't be able to remember stuff.
Yeah.
Robots.
What does that have to do with robots?
Implementing robots into human life is the next way to evolve.
All right, and now to Martin.
Martin,
or,
how old do you think you'll live?
Well, I'd be happy if I lived to 60. Because, like,
Really?
Yeah, I've seen all these newspapers. If you look at the news all the time, they're saying like by 2050, 50% of all animals will be wiped out. So like, if I can see like at 2050, if 50% of the animals have been wiped out, you know, if we're all gonna die, that means I'll be able to make a choice about like how I want to live the rest of my life and like how I'll survive if I will want to survive. So like I think 60 is a nice time to just judge a life, especially since we have a longer lifespan and all that.
Mhm.
So yeah,
So are you saying that like by 60 is your point where you choose to continue going?
like 60 is the point where I'll look upon my actions and the future and see if it's worth continuing going.
And you think you'll only make it to 60?
Personally,
So
yeah,
you think you won't want to continue going?
technically it's not really worth continuing at any stage if you look at it like from thousands of years later. But like yeah, I think by 60 or so you start declining in health and your ability to sense the world around you and all that. So I think youth is great and all, so I'll try to enjoy youth as long as I can.
Yeah, I think, you know, Manila pollution, I'm bringing my number down. It's going
Yeah.
to like 55 or
You
something.
went from 86 to
Like
55.
a solid 30 years.
What he said is true though. Being old must be so terrible.
We are offending the old people at ISM right now. I'm
Yes,
very sorry.
I'm very
for this.
sorry.
I think they know it.
Yeah.
Like, they wake up in the morning.
Yeah, but then they wake up and they don't have to do anything.
No,
They're
but
just
like they kind of get up, they're in pain.
Yo, okay. Some of them.
They forget things.
Some just like stand up
You're like,
and
I'm
Like,
old.
imagine being that old guy that's going grocery shopping. You know, you think everything's going fine. You're walking around, but you don't have any pants on. Now you're that guy that goes to Walmart at
Have
3
you noticed?
a.m.
Have you noticed that everyone like that's older, they just sweat a lot? They're just like sweating.
yeah.
Yeah,
Aren't you scared you're gonna become that guy?
I'm very scared because I'm
And that guy doesn't know he's that guy, but
Doesn't
everyone
know he's
around
that
that
guy.
guy knows he's that guy.
exactly, and no one tells him that he's
Yeah.
that guy because they're scared.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like that guy has a reason for doing things he does. I mean, if you lived for 100 years, right, and you've spent all your life following these social norms, I feel like if you get past a certain point, you won't start caring about them anymore, and you just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
So I think I admire those people because they're able to do things, and society can't tell them, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
That's being rude, or
That's awesome.
That's being
no one can
disgusting.
say anything to them. They're
You
old.
should get like
Yeah.
a special credit card. I lived to 100. You can't tell me no. I think it's getting pretty cold in here.
Which is the opposite of what our planet is becoming. Just putting it there. Okay.
Yes.
I said I think it's getting pretty cold in here.
Yeah, it's really cool to be in this place with all y'all.
So we were supposed to freeze,
We do a random freeze.
but we didn't because
Okay, now that you know the code word, we can redo it. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
no, you know what?
Degrees.
I like the authenticity. I want you to keep this on the tape so everyone can see Jawan trying to make stuff funny.
No. You're really
I'm trying to make it better.
Yeah, I want this on air.
Because
Okay.
Mirza missed it the first time.
Wait, so what am I supposed to do?
I think it's
Nothing.
getting really cold in here. Got him.
Okay. This was JBM with Martin G. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
I mean,
You had no choice. But,
I mean, he had no.
This will be great for him. Good exposure.
Mhm.
We have our pilot episode.
This was the
Yeah.
pilot episode of
We've
JBM.
introduced our cast members.
What's coming next?
Also, one thing. Follow the JBM Instagram
Oh yeah, at JBM
at
Podcast.
JBM Podcast.
Um,
Like,
Is that all the plugins that we're doing?
yeah, that's all we
Go to
Follow
the
the
library.
library.
Thank
Go
you.
to
Yeah,
the
go
library.
to the library.
Get some books.
Stop.
What was the
Yeah.
poem collection called?
Just anything by T.S. Eliot. He has a lot of stuff.
Anything by T.S. Eliot. The Twilight Saga, who sponsored this video.
Stop emissions of greenhouse gases, please.
And thank you.
Wait,
Next.
special next guest, Mr. Birchinal.
Oh yes.
Tune in for that.
Bangers.
That sounds scary.
We're coming with nothing
Well,
but
the
bangers.